Hey everybody, my name is Emily and I am going to do a November reading for each of the 12 zodiac signs, starting with Aries. Just going to pull a few cards and see what messages we get. I hope you guys are all well, surviving all the things. All the things. All right. For Aries. Let's do one more. I am using the Light Seer's Tarot from Chris and Donnelly. Looks like that. It's probably backwards to you, but let's get one more. Death. Okay. Ooh, nice. Bottom of the deck. Can you see that? Joys of sitting outside. The Hierophant. Hierophant is 5, which is change. And there's the Emperor right underneath. That's your card, Aries. Okay, so the first card we have is Justice. We have the Knight of Wands, the Two of Swords, Six of Swords, and Death. And what I'm feeling for you here, Aries, is that you are trying to figure out how to get back into this vibration, how to get back into this energy of the Knight of Wands. See how, look here, see how different these energies are, just in the colors. You know, it's like this is you here. This is you here. And what you're trying to figure out with your eyes closed on both sides, you know, we're seeing the energy of 2 and the opposite sides here with Justice. It's 11, which is a 2 also, is this balance. For some of you, partnership is a big part of this, but what I'm feeling is like you are really trying to find, like you see here, she's in the desert, you know, with her eyes closed. You're really trying to figure out what it is you need to do to make yourself feel inspired again. And you're not sure which way to go. You're not sure which way to go. You're looking for more creativity, inspiration, play, laughter, joy, all of the things that make Aries people feel passionate and alive. And with the Six of Swords, it's saying this is changing. But what I'm hearing in my mind is just try something. Just try something. I mean, anything creative. It could be painting. It could be singing. It could be going for a walk somewhere new, trying anything new. I feel like is going to get you out of this energy. And with the Hierophant underneath, again, you know, we're talking about a time of change. Connect in with spirit, connect in with yourself, and sorry, I'm just getting connect in with yourself and see what it is that your soul needs, you know. And in every moment of every day, it's going to be something different. You know, some days you need to rest, some days you need to check off tasks on a task list, some days you need to get outside, some days you need connection. And it doesn't have to be the same thing every day, you know. Some of you are making a decision and you're really needing to follow your intuition. You're not sure what's right. You're not sure what's right. And the best thing that I can tell you is to see how it feels in your body. Does it feel light? Does it feel positive. You know, when you have two different options, right, with the Justice card, when you have two different options and you're not sure which one that you should take, imagine, like, you know, close your eyes, sit with yourself for a minute and think of how it would feel to do A, and feel it in your body, feel it in your heart. How does it feel? And then how would it feel to do B? Feel it in your body, feel it in your heart. And that'll help you make that conscious choice. For others of you, I'm hearing you need to do some meditation. But whatever this is, it's a cycle of change for you. You know, we've got change underneath and change here. And maybe it's this in-between space that's frustrating you. I'll pull you another card. Of course, I'm with the lawnmower now. People next door have not mowed their grass in like a month and a half, and now that I'm doing this reading, they're going to mow their grass. All right. What am I getting here? Interesting. We get acceptance. It says detachment from outcomes, inner peace, energy clearing, clear away negative vibrations, and baby steps, growth, universal timing, law and order. So for some of you are trying to rush something that's not ready yet, and you're needing to just stay in this energy, this Aries energy of positivity, and do the things that make you feel good, while the universe is always behind this Justice card. It's very karmic. And again, you've got the Hierophant here and the Death card. So you've got major arcana on either end and underneath. You're needing to just stay in a light-hearted vibration as much as you can until the universe sorts shit out for you. I'm going to pull you one more card. Just because I love these. Now they're all going to mow their grass. Got a grass mowing party out here. This is the Spirit Animal Oracle from Colette Baron-Reid. If you don't have any of her decks, you should get them because they are beautiful. Spirit Animal card for Aries. Feeling resistance. Oh, Electric Eel Spirit, bring your ideas to life. Bring your ideas to life. There you go. Okay. Moving on to Taurus. I should document what time these are. Taurus. Energies for Taurus for November. Energies for Taurus for November. Bottom of the deck, we've got Queen of Swords. Pretty swordsy reading, Taurus. So this is about being clear in your intentions, being clear in your motivations, and seeing things in an objective way and not necessarily an emotional way, but taking a more head-based rather than heart-based approach. And underneath that, we've got the Seven of Cups, which is options, illusions sometimes, and Lord knows there's Plenty of that going around. The first card you have is Seven of Pentacles. Got the Five of Swords, the Magician, the Page of Pentacles, Seven of Swords. So what I'm feeling here, Taurus, got cut off. What I'm feeling here, Taurus, is that you have initiated things, that you have planted seeds in your life. And I mean, this is very Taurian energy. You've planted seeds, you've nurtured the seeds, you've watered them, you've given them light, whatever, and you're waiting on them to grow. And something about that waiting period, I mean, we've all been in a waiting period. It's, you know, Aries, the Mars retrograde, it's Mercury retrograde, the world is doing whatever it's doing, and it's got you in your head trying to figure this out, right? You just, Five of Swords is all about self-created internal conflict. Like, this is all in your mind, going back and forth and going over and over things. And it can also be about harsh communication, but I feel like it's more like harsh internal communication, like more negative self-talk, or like telling yourself it's never going to work out. And with the Magician here, this is advising you to be mindful of that, because what you think about, you bring about, and what you put your focus on is what you're going to manifest. And here we've got the Page of Pentacles on one side. Oh shit, sorry. Page of Pentacles on one side and the Five of Swords on the other, and this is you here in the middle. You know, so it's about choosing to focus on understanding that you are just at the beginning of a process, and that it's going to take time to develop, right? The page doesn't start out as the king. It starts out as the page, right? So you're here in this beginning, early beginning phase, and you are being advised to not give focus. Do not give your focus to this Five of Swords energy. Do not get trapped in that mental mindset of, I can't, it won't, it never works out, things are never going to change, blah, 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 blah. Because you're working yourself into a bad mindset, and you're going to be manifesting from that mindset, because you are like, your seeds are planted, you are manifesting, you are making things real. So you don't want to focus on the things that are negative, because that's what you're going to create more of, right? So sometimes just a gratitude list is enough. Sometimes sitting down and thinking or reflecting or writing about all of the times that you didn't think it was going to work out, or that you felt stuck and then all of a sudden it was better. All of those things will get you out of it. And that's what I'm feeling like with the Seven of Swords. This can be strategy. This can also be about deceptive energy. But I feel like this is really about getting yourself out, right? Getting yourself out of this energy. That's what you need to be doing. And the Queen of Swords can do that. The Queen of Swords takes the emotion out of it, the bullshit out of it. And that's what I'm feeling. Like, you're cutting the bullshit. You know, get out of your head. Stop ruminating on things that are not real, that don't exist, or things that, you know, whatever's happening in the future, whatever happened in the past, it's not real. It doesn't matter. You need to stay present. You need to stay balanced. You need to stay focused. Keep your thoughts as positive as possible. Some of you are doing like life review, or feeling regret, remorse, or resentment over something that you've done. Divine timing there at the bottom. Hard for Taurus. Like, it came out again. Divine timing. Patience. Get you one more. How's that? Patience and faith. Patience and faith. Get you an animal spirit oracle. The bottom of the deck. Deliberately designed. Karmic lessons, soul purpose, life path blueprint. All right. Animal spirit oracle for Taurus, please. Jesus. That's pretty funny. Bear spirit, take time out. This is about allowing yourself to rest when rest is needed, you know, and not trying to push forward, which I get. I totally get. We're being gifted this opportunity to just chill the fuck out for a minute, and it's not always comfortable for those of us that are doers. But whatever it is, you're being guided to take some time to rest, nourish yourself, chill out, and get yourself back into some better energy, a better vibration, yourself out of your head. All right, moving on. Gemini. Gemini. Cards for Gemini for November. Gemini. That's weird. That one was just flipped over, but I didn't feel it flip. Gemini for November, please. Nice. Again, sorry for the lawnmower. I'm in the headspace to do this, so I'm just going to write it out. One more for Gemini for November, please. All right, I'll take them both. Bottom of the deck, got 3 of Pentacles. It's about building something new. And the first card we have a lot of 3 energy here. Have a lot of 3 energy here. And I know a lot of people get into all of this third-party bullshit, but I don't play around with that. I don't do that because it puts things in people's heads that aren't there, and I don't feel that at all here. I feel this is about you. This is about you. This is really interesting. 3 of Wands is about looking out onto the horizon and thinking about where you want to go and knowing that you'll get there. Knowing that wherever you're headed is assured, kind of, you know, but you've already made a decision. You're making plans to go out and do something new, to try something new, to move, travel somewhere. I don't know what people are doing right now with COVID, but you're making plans to do something different, and they're rooted in both passion. It might be a work thing because the 8 of Pentacles is under here. Passion and grounded stability. Like, this is rooted, you know, this is rooted in reality. So you've got the passion aspect and you've got the reality aspect of it, which is good because that's what you need to have to make something long lasting and sustainable. And then the next card you have is the Hermit. So this could either be about the need to, like, maybe you're thinking about where you want to go, but I think you've already decided because you're in the 3 and not the 2, and the 2 is more kind of making that decision, which way do I go, and the 3 is like you've decided, and going in and doing some self-reflection. The Hermit, I'm also feeling, is about teaching, you know, like you go within, you discover your spiritual truth, your gifts, whatever answers you're looking for, but then you also shine that light out, right? You're shining that light out. And for some reason, I'm getting that vibe with you. I'm getting this vibe that you are, maybe you're looking to teach, or you're looking to mentor, or you're looking to do something like that, especially with this 3 of Pentacles here. I don't know. For some reason, I see this as like, these are like kids and this is a guy, and it kind of has like a classroom vibe to me. Maybe you're a teacher. I don't know. Could be a lot of different things, but you're making a step or have made a step. And I feel like I'm really drawn to this light here. You've got the light. I feel like you're showing other people how to get there, or are getting ready to show other people how to get there. Maybe that's the thing that you're working on. And with the Ten of Swords, this is about the end of a cycle, the end of a really difficult cycle. And I love this version of it because it's so much lighter. Like, there's a lot of commonality here. You know what I mean? Like, look at the difference. Like, I feel like this may have been where you were, and this is where you're at now. And maybe you're still not as far as you want to go, but you are for damn sure in a better place than you were before. And I feel like you're really like reflecting on that and thinking about that. The next card you have is the Empress. I love this card. It's so beautiful. And this is about you creating in some capacity, you know, like, what do you want? What fulfills you? What makes you feel? What do you need? You as a soul, not you in this 3D life. What do you as a soul need to feel fulfilled? You know, and I feel like that's what you're really working on, is taking care of yourself, nurturing yourself. It could be about pregnancy because this is what we have going on here. And it's hard to overlook. This is why I said it was interesting. And with the kids here, maybe this does have something to do with family, but we've got the Empress, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Ten of Cups. And the Empress, I mean, very clearly this chick is super pregnant, right? And the Nine of Pentacles is about being self-reliant on yourself, you know, that you have built all of this stuff for yourself. Sorry. I love that my phone will tell me it's potential spam. This is what you have built. You know, you've built yourself a solid foundation. Again, here with the Three of Pentacles, you have worked hard to get yourself where you're at now. You've done really well. Like, this place is really abundant. But at the same time, there can be a degree of fear or complacency in the Nine of Pentacles where you can be maybe inclined to stay there a little bit longer than you need to. And I think that this is like the potential of seeing that there's still more to life, you know, but being grateful for where you're at now. Being grateful for where you're at now. And maybe this is just, you know, these are all stepping stones along the path. You know, it's like, if you have been here in the past and this is where you're going, like, it's totally cool to be in between. Like, you don't have to go from, you know, you don't have to go from A to Z. Like, you need to be enjoying the journey. You need to be enjoying the journey, but also celebrating yourself for what you've accomplished, and really taking the time to go within and acknowledging how far you have come, all that you have accomplished, everything that you've been through, how fucking awesome you are, how grateful you are for all of the things that are in your life now. For some of you, I mean, very clearly, I mean, I hate to be that, like, cut and dry, but some of you got pregnant and you're not going to be a single independent woman anymore. The card that you got is Heart Chakra. Healing, forgiveness, receptivity, and unconditional love. I love that. Clear sky. Look at that. Clear skies at the bottom. That's pretty cool. I love when tarot and oracle stuff does that. Forward movement, smooth sailing. Don't be afraid that you're going to go back where you were. Don't be afraid, because you're not there anymore. You're not here anymore. You're heading here. You know, look at, she's, screen is backwards, but you've already left here. You've already been through that, and now you're headed here. And it's going to be awesome and beautiful. Let's pull you an animal spirit. Animal spirit card for Gemini. I just want one. This deck tries to give me like 50 at a time or none at all. It's kind of annoying, but I love it. There we go. Antelope spirit. Life is speeding up. Number 2 could be about partnership. That's definitely reflected here. Love that card. Love this deck. All right, moving on. Cancer. All right. That's for Cancer. What does Cancer need to know for November? Cancer. That's a lot. I don't want to fast. It just gave me like 8 cards at once. Ooh, okay. I'll just drop a bunch. Cancer need to know. November. Damn. Okay. Sorry about that. There's a lot going on all of a sudden. You might be feeling a little frazzled. Like all of a sudden there's planes and cars and phones ringing, cards flipping out all over the place. Woo! Ten of Cups at the bottom. You have family and fulfillment on the mind, which is very Cancerian of you. Let me look here. So the first card you have is the Tower, which is about something. I actually really like this version of it. It's about, for some reason I'm feeling this is about like let me just go through them. The Tower, the Page of Wands, Ten of Swords, Three of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords. And again, like I said, we have the Ten of Cups at the bottom. So what I really like here is that we have these aspects of illumination and clarity on either end of your reading. So I feel like you are with it. Like whatever you've been going through, you're with it and you're clear and you understand what you're understanding like what you're supposed to be doing. And this the Tower doesn't have to be something bad at all, especially with this Ten of Cups underneath. It could be something really beautiful, or it could be the, what's the word I'm looking for? The catalyst. The Tower is the catalyst, right? This is the change agent. And that can take a number of different forms. It really depends on you and where you're at and how stubborn you are to making changes that you're guided to make. When you're guided to make them, and also, how much you're paying attention and how open you are. So I know for me, for example, sometimes the guidance comes and I'm like, yeah, fuck that. I'm not doing that. And then like a year later, I have to get slapped a little bit harder by the universe in order to understand that they were not playing around when they told me to do that thing that I didn't want to do. So, that's why I like, because you can see there's butterflies here, which is about transformation, so, and there's growth, right? There's growth where there's destruction, and this is certainly relevant in what we have going on today, especially out in Colorado. But whatever this is, it really, it's kind of like once you know a thing, you can't unknow it. Like once you have that clarity, once you have that realization, you cannot unknow it. And I love that these are on either side because it's carrying you through whatever this process is. And whatever it is, it's you breaking free right? The Page of Wands is very light and airy and fun, and in this particular deck, like I literally feel this. Like you can see how the light here is also shown here. And with the Ten of Swords, this tower is breaking you free from whatever this restrictive energy is. The Ten of Swords is very difficult, heavy. It's like a long drawn out relationship, or it could be a long battle with addiction, drugs, alcohol, whatever, and it just goes on and on and on and on and on. And at first it's fun, and there's all of this positivity, and then you get to the point where it's like you are stuck. You are stuck in this place, and this is the end of it. And the tower is breaking you out of that energy. It's breaking you out. And now you're looking at, where do I go from here? What can I build? What can I build? Where can I go? Where do I start? I mean, it literally could even just be keeping yourself busy, but where you're headed is here. And I love that the Three of Wands is here underneath, because it's like you've already made the decision. In the Three of Wands, you've already made the decision. You're already past the two, and now you're like waiting on, you're waiting through the process. So like, for example, you make a decision to go to the beach, and you go to the airport, and you're waiting on your plane. That's this energy. You've already, you're already, you might still be in the planning phases. You might still be mapping out. Again, the Three of Pentacles, you might still be mapping out like what you're going to do when you get there, but you're already sitting at the fucking airport, already got your ticket. You just got to get on the plane, and the plane is coming. That's the Three of Wands energy. And the Ten of Cups is about what makes you feel emotionally fulfilled. And for you, what I'm really picking up here is that this chick is all alone in this card. And this is like all of the things. This is like, you want an intimate connection. You want, these kids, you want these rainbow cereal bowl looking, I always think they look like cereal bowls. You want these rainbow cereal bowl looking things. Like, you want that. Like, look at this compared to this, this is what you're going for. And I feel like this is what's driving you. This is what's keeping you focused. But right now, you're down here in the Three of Pentacles trying to figure out, what do I need to do in the real world, to get me there? What are the foundations that I need to get there? You're making these plans, you're taking these steps. And for some of you, I literally feel like it's just keeping yourself busy. When you end something new, or when you end something that's been part of your life forever, like if you're getting out of a relationship, for example, it's like, what do you do with that space, that void? That's what trips people up. What do I do to fill this space? Fucking anything, man. This chick is sitting here knitting. Maybe that's your thing. Maybe that's, I guess they're making macrame. I don't know. It looks like she's knitting to me. But anything, find projects to work on, keep yourself occupied, and just keep moving forward. Don't look back, keep moving forward. And I love that the Ten of Cups is underneath, because it's like, it's coming, man. You just gotta get there. Let me pull one of these guys for you. Card for Cancer. Good for you, Cancer. I know it's hard. I know it's uncomfortable. Check that shit out. Clear skies, forward movement, smooth sailing. I love that. I love that. And then I'm going to pull one more animal spirit for you. Try to enjoy it. Like, how awesome it is to have finally gotten through. That space. Hang on just a second. All the neighbors are coming out now. I swear to you, nothing's happened all day now that I'm trying to do this. Everything's woken up. Animal spirit for Cancer. Animal spirit for Cancer. There we go. Rhino spirit. Overcome any obstacle. We've got 50 at the top, which is a number, you know, obviously that's 5, so it's a number of change. Oh, it looks like she's wearing a tutu. It's not, though, it's just flowers. All right. Moving on. Leo, 25, 38. Cards for Leo. Shit. We have a Queen of Wands just popped out. Cards for Leo for November. What does Leo need to know for November? I swear to you, this guy has not mowed his grass in over a month, and he's been mowing his grass for like 20 minutes. I'm being a bitch, sorry. Leo. It didn't want to come out. Thought it did. There it goes. Leo, November. But man, y'all going through it? Some heavy energies here. It's good. Love it. 10 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Sorry about that. My computer was dying. And I'm glad because it's all of a sudden very quiet. So, bottom of the deck, you have the 10 of Cups. And the 10 of Cups is about what brings you emotional fulfillment. The first card you have here is the 4 of Pentacles. And you can see this chick is like eyes closed, refusing to look, clutching on to what she has. This is hanging on, not being willing to let go. And in the background, you can see this whole, I don't know if you can see it. There's like a whole community. There's people out here dancing, and this chick is sitting here by herself, holding on. Like, this is mine, this is mine, this is mine. And being unwilling to see anything else. The next card you have is the Star. And this is about wishing for this, wishing for fulfillment, wishing for something better, but holding on so tightly to what you have. And then the next cards you have 5 of Cups and the 3 of Swords. And this is about pretty significant pain. Pretty significant emotional pain, mental pain, you know, resentment, regret. It's like looking at the things that you've been through and then holding on to it as resentment, as unforgiveness, like replaying it in your mind, reliving it, thinking about it over and over and over and over and over. And you're holding on to that. And that's what I'm really feeling, is that you are being asked to forgive because you are over here wishing and hoping for this emotional fulfillment. But you are holding on, clutching on to these. Clutching on to the pain of the past, to the things that have happened. And again, just like in the Four of Pentacles, where she's not seeing, you're not seeing that you still have. Let me see if I can show you. Look how beautiful this cup is here in the background. And you see how, you probably can't see it on my screen, but it's like reflective of all of the colors here are in this little bowl of, I think it looks like bowl of cereal, but because you're so focused on these three, it could involve three people, like family, like, you know, I don't know, just with that three energy there, but you're not seeing that because you're holding on to this, that's why you're not here. You know, again, she's sitting here alone while everybody else is out here. And they're all here together enjoying their rainbow cereal bowls. And you are being asked to let go, to move on. The Eight of Cups. Moving on to something better. Leaving this energy behind and moving on to something better. And I'm feeling with the star here, with it being major arcana, Spirit is guiding you. They're showing you, but you have to be willing and open. And like, sometimes you have to pray for the willingness to have the willingness. You know, it's definitely not as easy to like let go, move on, all of that shit. Like, people say it and it's like, oh yeah, cool. If I could just let go, if I could just move on, I would do it. But this is like an absolute refusal. It's like with the star energy, like the star energy is saying that it's available to you. You just have to be open. You have to be willing. You have to be willing to put the pain of the past down. And then the cards we got for you are pride, ego, and vanity, emptiness. Here's another chick sitting there by herself, staring at the reflection. You know, whatever the situation is, it's mirroring something to you. You know, if somebody's hurting you, if somebody's not respecting you in the way that they should have, they're mirroring something back to you, you know. But what I'm really feeling here is that this is from the past. This is pain from the past. And you are holding on to it out of pride and ego and vanity, you know, a refusal. But look here, you end at the Eight of Cups, and underneath is the Ten of Cups. So it's not like you have to start all over. You know, you're close. You're at the 8. You're almost there. You just have to let, you know, this might be the last little bit of something, but you need to spend some time going within and reflecting. If this is not immediately apparent to you, you know, there's something there that you're not acknowledging. There's something there you're not acknowledging because you're looking in the wrong direction. And then the other card that popped out for you is vibration, elevation, soul growth, and expansion. I'm going to pull an animal spirit card for you, Leo. It's getting cold out here now. It was super pretty today. It was like 70, 33, 33 when I said that. On the clock. The camera clock. Animal spirit card for Leo, please. Leo needs to know for November. Ooh. We got, I'm going to give them to you because I see that you're going through it. Nice. I love this. I just said 33, 33. Here's card 33. Freedom is yours. I love that. And then we got 3. So fucking cool. Armadillo spirit, set healthy boundaries. And then we got 13, cat spirit, claim your independence. That's badass. Leos love cats and horses and animals in general. I know you guys do. It's a good thing. All right. Moving on. 35. Moving on to Virgo. What's up, Virgo? Does Virgo need to know for November? It was just super quiet, and now I'm feeling like really distracted, so you could be feeling the same way. Virgo for November. Virgo need to know for November. They're like full body chills right now. Virgo for November. Virgo. Should have known. Bottom of the deck, the Tower. The Tower. I love a lot of Virgos. I have a lot of very important Virgos in my life. And I know that this is applicable. So the bottom of the deck, we have the Tower. And underneath, well, I'll get there later. Bottom of the deck, we have the Tower. The Tower, a lot of people say, is this horrible, awful thing, and it does not have to be. A tower can literally be about some kind of illumination or clarity. There's another sign that got the Tower. I'm not sure which one. You know, you see the lightning coming in. This is like the awareness, the acknowledgement, in some cases, the doing of the thing that you've been like pondering. But this is kind of like the energy of once you know something, you can't unknow it. You know what I mean? And still, once we know something, we aren't necessarily able immediately to make that change, or we're not willing to make that change. And we get these small incremental opportunities to do it. And if we don't, that's usually when this Tower energy comes in. But it doesn't have to be that way. It can certainly be more subtle. I know that there's a lot of just ridiculousness happening in the world right now, and there's a lot of heaviness and challenges and really personal growth that's happening. And that's what this is about. The Tower is about, you know, it's the change agent. It is the thing that pushes you into the new space. And your willingness really depends on how difficult it is. This can be something more difficult, and I know that there are some Virgos in my life that are having a really, really, really hard time right now. So I don't mean to make light of a tough situation, but understand with the Tower, we're talking about card 16, which is a 7. So this is divinely protected. You know, whatever it is, and it's probably difficult, there's divine energy around it. And you can see here, we've got the butterflies and the new growth. You know, there's new growth where there is destruction. And this is sort of, in this card, a reassurance that the new growth will come. And I love this because at the end of your spread, we have death. And in this card, it's death and rebirth. And this is a 13, which is a 4, which is about stability and foundation. So the Tower is a very unstable energy, but know that by the end of this, we're going to get to this stable place. So the first card, exhale, Virgo. Maybe take a deep breath. First card we have is the Two of Pentacles. And in this particular deck, I always see this about, the Two of Pentacles is about instability. Again, sorry for the trip. It's about instability and this sort of like back and forth wishy-washy energy where you're like, do I stay or do I go? Is it this or is it that? Or just feeling like you cannot, like, the ground beneath your feet is unstable, you know, like sometimes the Tower energy literally is like a tangible shakeup in your life. You know, it can be just perspective shift or a perception shift, but this can also be a real thing. You know, it could be like a change, a job loss or a change or a relationship ending or something positive like finding out that you're pregnant or I don't know. You know, it could be anything. It really depends on you. But the energy is one of instability. And that's because you are unbecoming. You know, the reality that you knew it's changing and it has to change. It has to change for you to get where you need to be in your life moving forward. And in this particular card, I really see this as the past and the future. You know, this chick is torn between the past and the future. Like you can see this isn't like this pentacle is completely filled and colored in, and this one is like translucent. And in my mind, it reads as not real. It's not real. Like you're holding on to the ghost of what was, and you're being pulled in this direction of what's going to be. And that is a very unstable energy. And the next card that you have is the Ten of Wands. And this is about all of the burden and all of the baggage and all of the bullshit. And I feel like that's really what we're looking at here is you're being tethered down, you know, like it's almost like for some reason I'm now seeing this as like a balloon. Even though I realize that it's not, but that's what I just sort of felt about it was that it's like a balloon that's trying to carry her into the future, but she's still tethered down by this baggage, by all of this drama, you know, and this can be commitments, it can be, you know, obligations to people. It doesn't have to be necessarily like past wounding and past karma and all of that, but with the Tower and the Death, I really feel like it's bigger than that, but it certainly doesn't have to be. But this is like what keeps you stuck. This is the shit that keeps you stuck. But it's the 10, right? So it's the end. It's the end of this. You know, it's time to leave it down. It's time to let it go. And it's time to move forward. And then the next card we have is that forward momentum. Again, we've got the 7 here with the Chariot. And I see this, there's this juxtaposing energy here, right? You know, you've got the back, forth, the past, the future, the black, the white. And this is really about, sorry, my computer is dying again. This is really about staying focused and staying in control of your thoughts. And I say that because the next card is the 5 of Swords. And this is that mental energy. This is the anxiety. This is the ruminating on the thing that you said or didn't say, or the way that you said it, or what she said, and what you think that she meant, and all of this stuff. But it's also about resentment. It's about guilt. It's about shame. But it's all up here, you know, and the Chariot is saying, in this time of instability, in this time of change and shift, it's gonna be uncomfortable. When you make a big change, a big leap forward, you're always gonna feel that fear. You're always gonna feel that challenging energy, which is part of why people don't commit to the changes that they make, because it's like they do it and then immediately it's uncomfortable and they're like, I don't want to do this anymore. I take it back. This was wrong. I made the wrong decision. Maybe I can't do it. Maybe I'm not as strong as I think I am. All of this stuff. And the Chariot is here to say, fuck that. Yes, you can. It's 44:44 on my clock thing. Fuck that. Yes, you can. You are so protected in this, and you are so on your path. You just have to tell this fucking bird to shut up. It's not real. All of this stuff that's going through your head, it's not real. It's not valid. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And with the Death and Rebirth card, this is like one of my favorite tarot cards of all time. This is saying, let it be. Let the change happen. Let it happen to you. Let it move through you. Allow yourself to move through this process, and don't get stuck in your head, because it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be uncomfortable, but it is so exactly 100% what you're supposed to be doing, and it's so 100% exactly gonna be worth it. I mean, really, genuinely, it's gonna be worth it. Another card for you. Ooh. Dark Night of the Soul. Spiritual quest, buried pain, lost. You're going through it, Virgo, but it will get better. That's why I love that this card is Death and Rebirth, because it's natural. It's part of the process, and your book ended here by it, right? Like I was saying, this is like the death of the tree, but it sprouts new growth, you know? Part of the process. Let's see if I can get one more in here before my computer does. We've got Lizard Spirit, 38. Dream the world into being. And Flamingo Spirit, 26. Embrace the in-between.